Welcome back to Monday Morning Jolt. With us here is Tanisha Washington, and she's a consultant and she's also a technical writer. Could you please elaborate us what does it mean by this consulting? What kind of consulting do you do, and what kind of technical writing do you do?
Okay. I've worked here in the Fort Wayne market in the technical field for about the last 15 years. My specialties are in proposal management and technical writing. Proposal management, if a company is trying to pursue a contract with another company or government agency, I am able to oversee that bid process. So if you are in need of someone to help get your bid process really structured so that you are developing your document, your response document in a very compliant manner and a competitive manner, then I'm able to assist with that. In addition, my technical writing expertise covers pretty much every aspect of business writing, from tech manuals, how-to manuals, to DVD script writing, HR procedures, standard operating procedures, pretty much you name it in terms of business writing needs. I am able to provide those services.
Now, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm going to make it a little bit simplified. I'm going to simplify a little bit for the audience, right? So we're going to break it into two sections. One is you as a consultant provides assistance when people applying for a grant or proposal or something like that. A lot of the times people perceive these things to be complex, and a lot of people write grants and they write proposals and they don't even get a result out of it because they don't follow the guidelines, right? Now, is this something that you can help with? So you can look at something and say, these are the areas that we have to cover.
Absolutely. I'm accustomed to doing very complex proposals as well as very simple proposals. The proposals that I have supported have included anything up to more than a 700-page, $700 million proposal down to just simple task orders for, say, $500,000 or less. It really is something that is capable of being tailored to the need of the particular client. So I always stress the first and most important thing in putting together any type of bid, even if it's a grant, is that you want to be competitive against your competition. So you want to have some idea of who else is bidding, and you also want to be compliant to what the customer's requirements and needs are. So I am able to take your request for proposal, request for information, whatever particular bid document that you have received from a customer, and convert that into a table of contents, and then start building the content around the customer's requirements.
And now the next section is one thing that I always notice is people buy software, hardware, they buy a bunch of technical equipment, but there's no instructions on how to use it, who should use it, and that kind of stuff. Now this is something that you can help with, right?
Yes, that's something that's always fun, and I have certainly experienced in my career. I have worked primarily for Fortune 500 companies, but every company has some type of documentation need. And when you are dealing with the lack of a document in terms of how to train your employees to build something or to follow a particular process, then I can come in and assist in developing that. All I really need is a subject matter expert or experts to interview and to interact with to determine that we are getting the content accurate. And then, of course, I always view myself as pretty much a guinea pig. If I can't understand it, then I'm going to guess that other people can't understand it.
Yeah, but you're pretty smart, so,
I like to believe that I am.
So, in other words, like, a lot of the times when you buy something for a large company like IBM, something like Cisco, people are scared because they think like, oh my God, now if I have to pay them to get these manuals, I won't be able to buy this software or I can't buy this hardware, right? So with you, what happens is like you make this affordable, right? And then they can work with you and they can come up with something that's more feasible, but yet you are here local, so you can visit them and do that thing. Or, the technology is available now, you can travel and help those people.
Right. A lot of times you have consulting companies, for instance, in the proposal management world, particularly that I've dealt with, and they charge fees that a small business absolutely could not afford. However, I have been, professionally trained through Shipley Associates, which is one of the leading proposal management firms, and I look at myself as another tier of professional assistance. I definitely want to target smaller and medium-sized businesses because they also, like you said, they may feel intimidated by the larger consulting firms, but I can provide the same structured advice that they need at a more affordable rate.
Yeah, with your 15 plus years of experience.
That's correct.
Right? So anyway, this show is called Monday Morning Jolt, right? So how do you get your Monday morning going?
My Monday mornings always get going with my 2-year-old twins. They, I hit the ground running pretty much every day because they're very, very busy people. But I certainly enjoy my Monday mornings at my household.
Yeah. So
it could be another TV show, I tell you.
So anyway, is there an adage that you live your life by?
I certainly live my life by the golden rule of treating others the way that I want to be treated, and just try to do no harm.
If you were to have a superpower, Tanisha, what would that be?
If I were to have a superpower, I think I would, right now, at this time in my life, like to have supersonic hearing so that I could hear everything that those naughty 2-year-olds are getting into.
So, let me ask you this question. I know you are not a shy person, but what is something that not many people know about you that's interesting?
Well, not too many people know that I used to have a pet cow, and they would wonder, well, how is that possible with a city girl living in Fort Wayne, Indiana? But my grandparents had a farm when I was a child, and I spent my childhoods with them in Alabama, and they had a mare die in childbirth, and my grandmother let me take the foal and feed it, bottle feed it, and we rose it clear on up to a bull. So I had a pet cow.
That's another thing. There's a lot of people here in Fort Wayne. They're second generation or third generation from Alabama. So anyway, the most important thing now, the most important question is, how do people get hold of you to do business?
People can find me on LinkedIn. They also can find me at Tanisha Lee Washington at gmail.com. That's TANISHALEE Washington at gmail.com. You can also reach me by telephone at 260-447-9340.
So, we would like to thank Tanisha for coming and joining us today, and we would like to thank you, the audience, for joining us today. And we are recording at New Ground Coffee Company, and this is Monday Morning Jolt. Use it.